Hello, Warren Tech North students. This is Miss Coates, counselor over at Warren Tech North. Today, we're going to do a lesson in your Discovering Your Links Post-Secondary and Workforce Readiness Workbook. I handed those out a couple of weeks ago, and we're just going to get started on one of the lessons. Today is really kind of getting to understand you a little bit better yourself. A lot of you have done some interest inventories throughout your middle school and high school career, maybe through ICAP. But at Warren Tech North, with this curriculum, we really feel like we really get into getting to know yourself and your likes, your dislikes, what you're really good at, what your strengths are, and what you need to work on. So today that will kind of be what we're working on. Then I talked a little bit about this in class, but you'll also learn how to research careers. On average, a person changes careers 7 times in their lifetime. So we really think it's important here that you know how to research a career in case, again, as your interests change or as life happens, you know how you can make that happen for you. And to research education. So many students go to a post-secondary institution where maybe their family member has gone, or a boyfriend or girlfriend has gone, or their siblings, and we just really want you guys to know how to research education, and so you can make a right decision for yourself. So again, throughout the year, we'll be doing some lessons in the workbook. Again, we just really feel it's important. We want to save you money so you don't make any mistakes, right out of high school choosing that post-secondary plan. I will remind you that at the end of the year, in April-ish, we really are going to try to have every student do a mock interview. As of right now, it would be, via Zoom, which is happening in the real world. And also you will be walking out of here with a professional resume. So those will be kind of the 2 bigger lessons that we do in this curriculum. But today's pretty easy. Just want to get you used to the book. You're actually going to go to page 3 and 4. And I talked to you a little bit how the book works, but the book doesn't just go pages 1 through 100. It goes kind of a little bit back and forth. Okay, you'll see the little chain link at different sections in the book, and we'll kind of walk you guys through that. But today is talking specifically about employability skills, or another term is used as transferable skills. So transferable skills are those skills that you use from job to job. Okay, so you might be using them now in a part-time job that you have. You will be using those skills throughout your career. Some of them are, really good teamwork, being a good team player, having initiative, loyalty to the company or to your boss, being a lifelong learner, even simple things like being on time and, not having your cell phone out all the time, or whatever the rules are for that job. We at Warren Tech talk to industry partners constantly because that is part of how Warren Tech is, and they tell us that the students coming out of high school out into the workforce are very strong in their technical skills. And as you know, with your program already at Warren Tech North, you are learning really great technical skills. You know how to do the job. You guys are smart. But what the employers are saying is you guys are not really good on those transferable skills. You might have also heard the word soft skills, okay, employability skills. So that's really what we try to work on here throughout the year. Again, those employers really want that fearless person, that student or that employee that takes the initiative to get the job done. Okay, that team player. So on pages, I'll explain how to do the assignment for today. You're going to go through pages 3 and 4, and you're just going to read through all those employability skills, and you're going to check which ones are your strengths. Okay, and I am explaining this to you, but if you want to just read it in the workbook, you can. So pages 3 and 4, you're going to look through those. And then on page 5, you're going to go through them again. You can read the directions up there, and you're going to pick your top 2 or 3. I mean, it has space for 3, but if you want to just do 2 really well, that is great. Pick 2 of your top skills, And then give a story or an example. And so one of the questions in many, many interviews, professional interviews, is what is your best employability skill, and tell me a little bit about that. So as high school students, a lot of the answers are, well, this is a bad example, I'm a team player. And the employer says, well, can you tell me a little bit about that? And then the interviewee says, well, I'm on the soccer team and I'm really good. And I've been on the soccer team for a couple years. Okay, that is not a good answer. What the interviewer wants to hear, a better example would be, my greatest skill is I am a team player. An example of this is I've been on the soccer team since I was a little kid. I've been working my way through the same club, the same program the whole time. I actually was voted as captain this past year. I'm really excited about being a leader. I take time to get to practice early. I work out with the injured kids. I make sure they're doing their stretches and everything. And I bring oranges and Gatorades to some of the younger kids. And I work in the summer with some of those younger kids working on their soccer skills. Okay, an example like that. So I know a lot of you guys have some part-time jobs, and that's fine. A lot of you that have jobs in the restaurants or in at the Starbucks or coffee shops have really good stories of how you've overcome, maybe a customer that was kind of grumpy. So that kind of a story is good. Anything that you've overcome successfully would be really good in this example. Okay, so that's going to be page 5. So you're going to think of that one skill that you are really good at and a story and an example to show that. Like, how would you explain that? And make it like a story or an example so you could actually share that in a real interview. Okay, and then you're going to answer the questions on page 6. And that will be as far as we're going to do for this lesson for today. Okay, and we'll come back to some other stuff. But if you guys can do pages 3, 4, 5, and 6, that will be the end of today's lesson. And then your instructor will have some questions, and that basically will be how this assignment is graded. Okay, so just make sure you do it. Okay, well, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.